And thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel, Deb Chanel's 48's World. And we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta that aired on today, the 26th, which is Sunday. Excuse me, which is Sunday. Season 10, episode 4. The title of the show was All White, Never Forget Showdown. And the whole title is really based at her feud, or I think it's a fictitious feud that she has going on with Miss Portia. And, her inviting over Keith Washington's wife. I think her name is Monique. And then another friend of hers from way back when came over to, see how she was doing. And she was telling them about the party she wants to throw. And she's inviting them as well. And how it's going to be like the gays and the women coinciding with one another and connecting and this, that, and the third, which, I'm like, Nina, you're doing too much, and you're going to have a lot of the gay folks, lesbians, community on your behalf. But, hey, you like that type of activity, you like that type of riding the heavy wave and thinking you're going to come out on top. So I ain't mad at you. You always trying to give us some type of drama to feature. But okay, don't know if you want that fight with them. But hey, you putting them on too. They getting their spotlight. Maybe they can get some entertainment work from all of this. Who knows? But anyway, we go through different slides of them giving us when the episode come on what each lady is I guess going through in their household at their time they're filming, and they're collectively putting all of it together in one slide. Got Candy, she's getting ready for her Essence photo shoot. I guess it's up in California or hell, wherever Essence is located, or their headquarters is. Her and Todd and Don Juan and baby Aces accompanying her to her photo shoot, her layout, and get her little thing going on for the positive, since she has definitely been enthralled or entrusted upon, and herself being the we call it the leading force to all of this negativity surrounding her. And it's because of her behavior and her demeanor, how she handles stuff. Because it's still her brand, she's still, making her brand be a little tarnished here and there. So with this particular film, and she's shining a different light away from the pettiness and cattiness that the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is her bread and butter, brings to social media, as well as just an outlet to use to disconnect from the realities of the real world. And you just want some, mindless drama. Somebody else having drama in their lives or whatnot, whether it's made up or, some of it's true. You just focusing on someone else's life instead of your own. Just kind of like a little getaway escape for, a couple hours. So we have Candy, like I said, doing her thing. She's traveling, and she's wishing she had Carmen doing her work for her, as far as, making sure she got a place to stay when she goes out of town, handling all those little knick-knack things. But I'm like, Candy, come on now. You can't pick up a telephone, say, research. I mean, I know you're busy, but you ain't that busy, because you need to have somewhere to lay your head as well as your baby's head. Okay? So you should have took the lead on that. And of course, Don Juan is still your GM, your general manager. He holds you down. Why he didn't think about this. So, I'm just telling you, honey, you need another whole crew of people that don't know you, and you be able to tell them what you expect, what you did, that, and third. And if they can't handle it, you need somebody else on your team that can handle it. But personally, like I said, when it's coming to something as big as Essence, I'm just not sure why they didn't have a hotel reservation set up for you and your crew. Even if it wasn't them before, Don Juan and you and your husband and your baby. Forget the camera crew. They can sleep out in the van or whatever, or whatever they rented. But it's just really kind of weird that you said you're gonna miss, or you miss Carmen already. I'm like, girl, please pick up the telephone, do some of your own work for yourself sometime. It ain't gonna hurt you. You ain't living that type of life. And even if you were living that type of life, that's kind of piss poor laziness. Okay, so do better, Candy. Do better. Okay, then we got Cynthia at the Bailey Agency with some kids. I guess she's starting her camp for modeling for the, little kids trying to come up in the business at an early age, and really wasn't into it. She could have kept it, but I guess she had to let us know she still had the Bailey agency, modeling agency, is still around. But anyway, moving on from that. Then we go to Nene's house where she's preparing for her little soiree, her little white party, for her selected guests that she had invited to her home. And just like I said, trying to foster better relationships with the gay community as well as with women. So I don't know how it didn't really look like it worked out pretty much because she seemed like she had all the gay and straight men naked from the waist up with a bow tie like there's some Chippendale dancers or somewhat. I don't know what Nene was going or what she was thinking about, but they were doing the serving. So I didn't see too much other, people walking around. I just saw all these nice looking men, whether they were gay or they were straight. They had a physique out of this world as far as each one of their bodies was concerned. And, they were just like really nice to look at. So, like I said, I don't know heads and tail what she was going for when she created that. But, maybe we'll know later on for the season's over with. Because Derek J was invited. I was like, well, dog, she invited Derek J. She had, issues with him before. Why she didn't get that guy who started off with them when they first came on the scene of Real Housewives. I think his name was Dwight. But anyway, I'm like, you can make up with Derek, you can make up with Dwight. I mean, come on now. But anyway, moving on from that situation, we go to Kenya. I don't know what his little boy come in at, but she's showing him a base model of her hair products that she's going to be releasing to the public. Honey, excuse me, guys. I'm taping at 12:10 a.m. the very next day, which is the 27th. So bear with me if you hear me yawning here and there. But anyway, like I said, I don't know what Kenya was doing with those little hair products. She was trying to show the model base to the little boy. I mean, it went by fast, and I was appreciating that it rolled right on past because it was a stupid storyline. And we last week we were hearing the storyline where she was talking to an answer machine when it was supposed to be she was talking to her husband. So she just get weird and misplaced in her actions or her scenes on the show because I don't know where we're going with Kenya. I don't know. It may be her time as well to just drop the goblet and move on to something else. Really, I thought Nene would come and freshen up the show, which she is. She's bringing her little punches here and there, but not enough to really resurrect or what do you call it? Put life back into the show. I really just think they need to revamp and maybe keep her on as an executive producer, but I don't know where it's going. I really don't. I mean, it's a struggle to get through. And even at the end when they were fussing, Kim and Kenya was fussing, it just really showed a bad taste, a poor taste of how they want black and white women to act towards each other. I mean, it was crazy and it was all the nonsense. And all these, cuss words they got going back and forth. It was just too much. And I was like, okay, now where are we going with this scene? Okay, where are we going with it? Then Nene being so loud, trying to figure out who invited Kim to her party because she didn't have her on the invite list, but then she knew the Bone Collector had did this to start a drama. That's what the Bone Collector do. So she was playing her part. She was doing her job, doing it very well. And Marlo even pointed out that she had a dog picture on her shirt, her t-shirt with a bone in it. I was like, oh no, okay. If you want to have a bone, you just should have had a shirt with the bone, sure, right? Not a little cute little dog with the bone in the mouth. Cause you're not cute when you be carrying, bone. You being messy, straight up feces messy. Okay. Then we start. Oh, I kind of went into the story, but anyway, we're going into the storyline. We got Portia. First off, she goes to talk to her sister with her cousin Tiffany, I think it is, mediating between the both of them, trying to figure out on last episode how they got off on the wrong foot. Of course, Lauren just taking it too much to heart that her sister has everything in the entertainment business, and she's having all these different type of opportunities, and she's missing out, and she wants some of that luster or that gold, if you may, fame, fortune, gold, uh, revenue, for herself. But I'm like, okay, well, Lauren, what do you bring to the table? Okay, you can't follow behind your sister and try to reenact or think you could be better, because she's already solidified on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she is throwing you a bone here and there. I don't know if she cutting you no check by filming with her, which she should be. You should be definitely taking it to the bank and, putting it up for you and your daughter. Because you can't roll like Portia. You sure can. You can't roll with her because she got, opportunities there. Even though they're making your sister look like a pure idiot, and mindless and thoughtless. And, but she's playing the role of the empty-headed, Barbie-looking type black female version of vanity in its best form. So I don't know if you really want to what do you call it? Put yourself in that type of shoes. That's kind of shameless as well as empty. So, but anyway, she goes on and say she don't know where she's going. She feel lost. She feel like she has nothing. And I said, well, you can't put yourself in school. You can get a career going, Miss Lady, and your Portia can be your benefactor by giving you money to go to school and stuff. I said, because you're always going to be seen as her sister, her little sister, and if you want to be in that state of mind, then you're going to always feel lesser than, because you put yourself as that. You got to step away and try to do your own thing, make your own way for you and your daughter. Um, and that's pretty much it. You can't be crying tears of unhappiness. Make your own happiness. Stop following in the footsteps of your sister. Make your own footsteps. And, do what you got to do. So pretty much, Portia saw where it was going, and she did the excellent thing by being a big sister, consoling her and letting her know, hey, what I'm doing it for family, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, Portia, Portia, Portia. Once you start laying your foundation down, your kids, you ain't gonna be thinking about her. You're gonna be like, you got your own family. We know how you turn on a dime, Portia. So don't give her that false hope, honey. You got her down for now, but can't keep treating her the way that is, especially she's showing emotions of the negative towards you, like she almost could be slick jealous of you, Portia. So gotta watch that, okay? Motivate her, get her into her own lane of what she feels she needs to do and help her accomplish that. That's the best thing you can do for her. And then you need to find an assistant that you got, put on payroll, pay them decent, and get them to sign those confidentiality documents so they can expose you. And if they do, you can sue them or whatnot. So that's what needs to happen between you and your sister. Okay, break ties and love each other from a distance. Okay. Then we have Nene. She's getting ready to put her soiree type of party in action, and doing the thing, calling herself doing the thing, and she invites Brandon and Monique over, to tell them about what she's trying to do with the party she's trying to get together, and her guest list that she has, and she's throwing shades and shots at Portia for the negative, and she's not inviting Portia. But I'm like, you didn't invite Kim Zolciak, but it just is what it is, because you could throw her out too. Y'all wasn't on the best of terms either, but you let her stay. Then we got both Monique and really Monique. She suggested that Nene talk to her because she likes Portia. Uh, and she don't want to see their friendship go because she know how Nene is. I think they've known each other 14, 15 years. I don't know. Really doesn't matter at this time because she's just a guest on the show. But basically she was saying, you ain't got too many friends. You need to hook up with the ones that really were there for you and kind of nice. And, Portia, she was kind of nice. I think you just, selling her short. Of course, Nene not really listening to neither one of them, telling her she's wrong and they're right. And she should invite Portia and put her back in her life. But she pretty much just say whatever, and she walks on in the house like she don't hear them saying nothing to her. And they pretty much are left outside to their own devices, and I guess talking about it off camera, of course. Then we have let me see here. Got fakeness going on between Kenya and Sheree. They both are at an exercise spot, getting their bodies in shape and feeling good about it and stuff. And Kenya comes out to say she wants Sheree to be in a PSA, a public service announcement, covering domestic violence on women as well as men. And she wanted to include Kenya on, Sheree on that. And, Bone Collector had to say, oh, that's nice, that's sweet. And I would like to help you with that. But I also got another opportunity, which is very big, just throwing shade on Kenya's face, just using feces to flush on Kenya's face. About she has a bigger and better opportunity to cover domestic violence and being an ambassador for a group here in Atlanta, and she wants to go with that. Cause I guess they're gonna pay her some greenbacks, some dollars, not the coins, but they're gonna pay her to travel, around Georgia and probably the connecting states or whatnot. I don't think she's going nowhere out of the country. Ain't nobody checking for her like that. But basically, she wants to take on that opportunity. But if Kenya want to throw her some coins too, I think Kenya's more so on the road. She ain't paying nobody. She just wants to get it out there since what is it? November is Purple Awareness for domestic violence. So if you see a lot of purple going around here, women's dressed in their motif and stuff, that's basically what it's what do you call it? Making you be aware of domestic violence that happens on men and women. Like, the breast cancer awareness have their little moniker with pink and, the little, like, infinity type heart shaped pendant or whatnot. And it's pink. And so they, wear that really year around. But there's a big awareness coming out with domestic violence and, people being aware of, how many people it affects yearly, monthly, daily. And just to bring a positive awareness and be able to help others that, may fall prey to that type of destruction that can bring to a person's life. So, yeah. So Sheree pretty much like, you ain't talking no dollars, honey. Cause we ain't talking about coins. We talking about dollars. And you put me up in hotels and I'm going, yeah, I can't check for you. I got to make sure there's no conflict of interest. Cause I'm going to take on this other deal, really. But I thank you for thinking of me. That's, she pretty much throwing shade real heavy to Kenya. But, Kenya understand because she would have did the same thing. Then we got Candy. Candace out at her Essence photo shoot, and she's being very humble and telling the people she may not outward seem like she's very excited, but she's pretty much like doing cartwheels in her head. I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about, Candy. Show your emotions. Don't keep it all pent up in you, because I couldn't tell you were having a good time or not. Not really. Then you going on talking about anything you do, you put your best foot forward because you want to see it, blossom and go into some other opportunities. I'm like, no, you're lying because you said that, but then this thing with escape and reunion tour and all that, you're not putting your best foot forward. You're actually throwing a wrench into everything here and there. But that's just another commentary I'm gonna do for another video. So check it out. Just kicking it, I do that. Hopefully I'll get that out tonight as well before I go to sleep. But yeah, I'm like, nah, Candy, anything that's dealing with you solo as a solo project, you're gonna take full force hold on it. And I'm like, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? You just basically had said this towards Latasha that she was trying to do her little solo thing and making opportunities come her way, and you felt some kind of way about it. Now the shoe is on the other foot. You're doing the same thing she did, pretty much. But it is what it is. Todd, get his cut. Because we know you're going to be, shoveling out that. Because, you keep people. Is what the streets are saying. I'm not sure. But it kind of looked like, yeah, you are. Because Todd is just everywhere. I'm like, shouldn't he be at the old lady gang? Type of situation at home, handling that. As well as keeping baby Ace with him while you go do your thing. But, hey, because you had done one. So I'm not really understanding that, but it just is what it is. Maybe they needed your husband for some insight on how it is to be married to you. A mover and a shaker. Which kind of makes him take the back seat, riding your coattails. So I just don't know. But anyway, Todd likes it. He's okay with it. And it gets him out of work. So it is what it is. But, I ain't got nothing for Todd. I'm like, he gets on his camera time and he says intelligent, smart things now prior to, he becoming Mr. candy bars. And it's okay. I guess it works for you all, and that's a good thing. But basically, the only reason I really feel that Essence chose you because you were just like Escape. They weren't doing anything, and it was like I said, Candy didn't. Tiny didn't bring that opportunity up for you to join Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then hey, you would have been just writing songs, and we would have heard about you through maybe an artist. You had wrote a hit song for an artist, and then it just blew up. Maybe we would have heard from you that way, but other than that, I guess you would have became, just an ordinary person, like everyday people. So, but anyway, and then, with you being a household name because of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, not because of Escape, uh, you definitely have opened, some doors have opened up for you where other people are looking at you. And we know you had a rough season on season 9, so and you weathered that really well. So I can see why them or they were choosing you for being a confident and a woman when it came to dealing with business and family. Because, it takes a lot to go through what you did go through with all the scandal that Phaedra and Portia put you through, and trying to protect your brand and people not looking at you sideways or, in another negative light. So I think that came from that as well. And, Essence always needs something fresh to talk about and a new face to go with. And right now you're trending. Like I say, you have to get up, pay homage to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because if you weren't on the show per se, you just would die down. You wouldn't be a household name anymore because nobody really know you from Escape, being anything new other than the show that they have, and that's bringing more publicity your way. But, you would die out real quick when it comes to being talked about if you weren't on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's why you really keep renewing your contract. Because, like I say, that's your bread and butter. I ain't mad at you. But, sometimes, some things come to an end and you need to take a hold on another opportunity. So, it just is what it is. But that's what was with Candace. She didn't really play a part in today's episode. It was just very brief with her and her comments and goings, and her moving and shaking. Then we're just going back to Nene. Nene's calling Cynthia, I guess, to make sure that she is coming to her little soiree and whatever. And, Cynthia's being very nervous in the parking lot because she's trying to go and meet her little guy, Will. He's at work or whatnot, whatever he does, and he wanted to see her on his lunch break. So they go to this little yogurt ice cream shop and they get to talking and everything. And then we'll go to asking her, I didn't know I was going to become this social media uh, blog, where people would start talking about me or being a part of the blog when it comes to dating you. And I'm like, when y'all start dating? I just thought y'all had some casual dates. Y'all dating now? Oh, okay, because I thought Cynthia said she was going to play the field. She's going to be dating, meaning not just you, but other men. So y'all just switch that on me because I'm like, oh, that's not what y'all said. So I'm kind of confused right now. At least that's not what Cynthia said. No, that's what she was telling Nene and Kenya about, you. But they do know, you've been on her mind a lot. She's been talking about you a lot. And they know Cynthia's not a player. She's a one-person relationship. But that relationship don't work out. And she don't move on to something else. But, yeah. So Will goes on and try to act like he new to this. I'm like, man, you know who Cynthia was. You've been watching the show. So don't come acting all stupid. Playing your role, trying to get more camera time. Technically, I believe, or I think we'll need to fall back and just be off screen. Because we don't, but then again, Cynthia wouldn't have nobody to tape with, so I guess you're her saving grace in a sense. Because she ain't taping with Nene, she ain't really taping with nobody. Maybe Kenya, that's whatever. So basically, he goes in to say, well, when I'm going to be able to come to, see to Bailey Lake. I'm like, see, should you be inviting her to your house? What your digs look like? That's what we need to see. Now, you too much trying to get there, get on her train, and probably try to get married. And be another, Todd Tucker, I guess. But no, it just is what it is. I don't know how she gonna play that. But he don't went already to second base. So I'm like, okay, third gonna be, up, and you gotta either strike out or keep it moving, Cynthia, because he's moving a lot quicker than he had said he wanted to. So watch out for him. But Cynthia is just a hole full of nerves. She's a basket full of nerves. She just gets so nervous when she's around him. I'm like, see, you should never have told him that, and definitely not told us that. I mean, come on, Cynthia. Who you were married to Peter? He should have taught you something about patience and not showing your full hand. All right. But anyway, we moving on from her because it was quite boring. We go back to Nene starting her little party she's gotten together, and Greg looking like a little servant running around there, of course. He's not really looking well, even though Nene said he, every day is a new day for him, and he's trying to, work through his health issues. And I don't know if Nene is definitely dealing with the fact that he may be, sick around that time they were doing the taping, and he really shouldn't have been on camera again. Greg trying to get his, quota in. And, he could say he helped film with her, so she can cut him some checks too as well. So it is what it is. But, Greg has always been a good soul, look like always being her advocate and her greatest supporter. So he just let her do pretty much what she wanted to do. He just like, okay, whatever, babe, whatever. So, that's the OG in him. So it's just Nene took it to a whole nother different level with, sexualizing men and like pimping out men like when men pimp out women. Use them as their sexual toys in a sense. So I didn't really too much get with it, but it is what it is. Then we got Sheree's over Kim's house and her husband's home, and she was the one that said introduce Corey and what her name, Kim Zolciak together, and they hit it off instantly, and they end up getting married very quickly, and having children to boot. And the bone collector over there, saying, I want you to come with me to Nene's little party and this, that, and then. She was like, wait a minute, Nene didn't even talk to me. One time I saw her out in public. And then she was parking in a handicap spot. I'm like, okay. She had a picture too, y'all, and they showed it on the show tonight. I was like, wait a minute, what? You just calling and putting a lady out like that? Woo, I hope Nene get your butt. But anyway, and it could have been Greg, because Greg is not well, and he pretty much is a senior citizen. So there you go. That's probably why she was at the mall. He probably was with her. But it is what it is. Nene gonna do what she gonna do and just claim the fame that she's on part of the housewives show. Give her a pass. That's how she floats. So, Kim said, okay, I'll go with you. And I'm like, what's up with these solo cups? Kim, you don't have any glass that you want to drink out of, be a little bit plush if you must, These solo cups like for picnics or whatnot, or reunions outside, or when you don't want to wash dishes, you have a big family gathering type thing. It's not one of those champagne wine glass moments. They use the solo cups. Other than that, girl, you country. You're too country for me. But yeah, but you try to have that luxury side to you as well. I'm not following. I'm not following your train, Kim. Moving on from there, we go back to where Nene guest stars arriving to our party. We got Derek, Jay, and Cynthia. I don't know if they came together or not because I was doing something and I wasn't looking at the TV screen. So, but anyway, they walk up into Nene's house and this, that, and the third, her backyard, and everything's, kosher. They getting drinks, sitting down, talking, this, that, and the third. And of course, Derek J. I got to talk to my sister because, I don't know what she's coming with this part. I said, if you didn't like it, you shouldn't have came. You shouldn't have came, bro. Don't get on Nene because Nene will cuss you out in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But that's what it is, pretty much. Then you got Marlo, coming over. I think she was already over there, so she probably got dressed at Nene's house and made up for the festivities. Then you got Kenya come and, everything of that nature. But I was like, dog, okay, I know what Candy was. That's why she went down. We know she didn't want Portia there. So that's why we didn't see her. But, she just need to stop this little feud or storyline plot and get on back with Portia and close the deal, because the show is just really not looking too well. It's still like got a little revivement, but it's going to flatline, a little bit more. But she tried to bring something to it. Nene. But anyway, it's just a hot mess after that. They get inside. Kim don't like something. You know, she's really being the bully this time. Words are said, you know, harsh words, and you know, really Kim was just doing too much. Her facial expressions, they weren't even priceless. They would look like, oh, maybe we need to go to a mental hospital or something. Or you just don't like this black lady. You know, I don't know what it is. Y'all just don't like each other because of color, or just because of class status, or is it because of, I don't know, who got more money? I don't know, but Kim was just wilding out on Kenya talking about, oh, your marriage fake, you fake. And I ain't know how to give it to her because that's the first thing we all thought. But she don't have Matt, she don't have Walter. Um, I can't know if it was somebody else. Was it anybody else, Sean? We got Walter, we got Matt. I can't think of anybody else. If you got anybody else, put in the comments something. But it was a hot mess. So I understand Kim for going in, but you know, she started calling her, you know, out of her name, and you know, just too much. And you know, Kenya got a mouth on her. Kenya got a strong mouth on her. So she was just going tit for tat with her. But I was like, oh my goodness, here we go again. Black women on white women, and all the filth that got to come out their mouth. I'm like, come on, people. Then Kenya just went for the juggler. She was like, you pimping out your daughter. You telling her who she can suck for some tickets, some John Legend tickets. I like, oh, Lord, can we just leave the kids up out of him? You know, y'all can go back and forth, throw champagne glasses at each other. When we had solo cups, but I think they need to have some glasses out there. You know, do that kind of stuff. Which I don't think Nene was like, y'all ain't finna stay out my house. I'm leasing this house too. No, I don't know if Nene buying that house or leasing it. Just is what it is. But she was like, oh my Lord. So that was a drama, honey. That was a drama-filled session towards the end. And we needed it. Hopefully it'll bring up their ratings because they went in the toilet. I wanted to do last week's episode, but it was just too much. And then when Poe Greg was just pleading with Nene to come to the hospital and see him, and she running around him partying over at Chateau Charade with her mama's birthday party. I mean, it just really wasn't anything to talk about. It really didn't give me anything. So I think that's why I was hesitant on reviewing or giving my perspective on that particular episode. Because it really wasn't nothing that I really wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So today's episode was pretty good. It focused on who it needed to focus on, which we could have just really had the last part of it, just, you know, kind of spread it out and took out a lot of scenes, especially with Candy. We didn't really need to see her. You know, congratulations on her little Essence cover. You know, I'm sure that was a well-founded accolade. She won it. She got it. You know, and this, that, and third. Congratulations and all of that jazz. But, you know, we were looking for drama, pretty much. Drama filled. So, I mean, they gave it to us towards the end, but it should have been, like, towards the middle. You know, we could have cut out that scene with Cynthia and her beau because, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that relationship. Seemed like he's trying to make a comeuppance on her. And then, you know, some people had stated that he gay. He had gay attributes, which at first I kind of saw what some people were saying, but then I was like, well, you know, he just might be professional and it just comes off that way. But, you know, he could be a little shyster when it comes to, you know, trying to get his little time on TV, and then we want to give him a little show. You know what I'm saying? A little come up and somebody. So Cynthia need to really just, you know, focus on just have some telephone conversation with him. Stop putting these men in him. Get your coin, girl. Get your coin. Okay? Or dollars or whatever you get for your session. I know you probably the lowest paid on the show. Anyway, because you ain't really giving us anything. You ain't giving us nothing for our drama. Where Peter at anyway? But anyway, it just is what it is. But y'all, that was my take on the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 10, episode 4. To get down to the get down. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Nene's Soiree. All right, stay tuned. Please like and share my videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so at this time. Okay, what you waiting on? All right. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.